Liz, and this is Biz with Liz T. And today's topic is going to be failure. Now, I know, but it doesn't matter if you're sick or healthy. Failure and mistakes are something that's going to happen to you, to everyone, and that's why I want to talk about how you are able to accept failure and mistakes. But what is failure really? According to the Oxford Dictionary, failure is a lack of success in doing or achieving something. If you ask me, failure is totally different for everyone because everyone defines success and failure differently. A good example for this would be someone is excited just because they pass the test, and someone else is devastated because they don't get the highest grade. And as I mentioned, this is the perfect example that everyone defines what success means to them themselves. And it's not up to society. I mean, if we're being honest, society dictates success. But if we just look into ourselves, it should be like that everyone can choose their success story for themselves. What is also very important about failure and success is that they often go hand in hand, and if somebody else is more successful than you are, it doesn't mean that you are behind in life, because everyone is able or should be capable of choosing their own timeline, and not every timeline suits every individual that lives on this planet or in the entire universe, because as I mentioned before, success looks different for everyone, and someone might be the CEO of some company and they enjoy it, but that doesn't mean that you have to be the CEO or CFO or the governor of some state. It doesn't mean that somebody else's success is your failure, and the other way around. If I am being honest, some days I wake up and I feel accomplished because I just was able to get up, to get out of bed. And some other days I get so many things done, and at the end of the day I'm so proud of myself as well. And it took me a long time to get to this point, to accept that there are days where I'm not going to be able to give 100%, not even maybe 80%. But that's fine, because other days I give 1,000,000%. And that's the point. It's for somebody else, it might be failing because they are healthy and they need to give 1,000,000% every day, which is not possible, obviously, but you get the point. And actually, I don't care anymore what those people say, because they don't know how it feels. And I don't know how somebody else feels. So why should somebody else care about my failing or my success? And I shouldn't care about somebody else's. I should just be happy with somebody else's success. Sometimes I just forget that I'm capable of doing things. And even though times may be stressful or painful, I'm still capable of fulfilling every task that I give myself. And I make my timeline, I make my plans. If I'm not able to do something, I will just cut it out. It's as simple as that. And does it have to bother me that someone else sees it differently? No. Why should it? Really, why should it bother me? People treat you differently if you are sick, and there are those people that are like treating you like a raw egg, or however you say it, and then there are those people that are like, well, I don't see your sickness, why should I care? You're probably not sick, you're just being a drama queen. First of all, thank you for understanding, that's really nice. Second of all, I'm not a drama queen. We can definitely trade, I wouldn't mind. And last but not least, yeah, sure, I'm not the most efficient person every day, but I actually think that my sickness makes me more efficient than a lot of healthy people, because when I feel great, I get so much done because I don't know if I'm going to be capable, I don't know, 2 days later to do the things. So I get everything done as soon as possible. And every person that worked with me never said a thing because I always hand in my assignments sooner rather than later. And I just get my things done. And I won't let my health or the lack thereof not stop me. And I won't let other people stop me as well. Everyone makes mistakes. Even healthy people don't use their full capacity, so why should I feel bad for it? As I said before, everyone makes mistakes. And if you make a mistake, you can learn from it going on forward. And in my opinion, you only failed if you stopped trying. And not every day is a bad day, and the good days will come for most of us. And I think we should act like that. Appreciate the good days and just let the bad days happen, because you cannot push them aside if you're sick. They are going to come and they're going to leave again. Of course, that doesn't apply to every health issue, but to a lot of chronic sicknesses, they go like a roller coaster, up and down. And for me personally, I just failed if I let the bad days stop me and let the bad days ruin my dreams and of the things I already have accomplished. And if it's just getting up in the morning, I don't care. That's my accomplishment of the day. Obviously, I still have problems with dealing with failure. It's not like switch, I can just switch off and I'm like, yeah, I don't care that I failed or made a mistake. Of course not. If you're an overthinker like me, that just doesn't work like that. But there are a few tips that I can give you that help me personally, how I cope with failure and how I am able to accept failure. Try to think about it in a rational way. How is the failure going to surround you, your life and your surrounding really? Is it really that effectful, or is it just in your mind and others can see it but you can't? Because it seems to you personally way worse than it actually is in real life. And if you have a good surrounding, they can calm you down and show you that it actually isn't as bad as you thought it is. Also, what helps me a lot is to just let out my emotions. If I want to cry, if I want to scream, if I don't know, just whatever I feel like doing, if I get the opportunity to let out my emotions, I will. Being honest and letting my emotions out helps me to accept the moment and process it and just let it go at the end of the day. Also, there is a self-care video that I made and I'm going to link it for you because it helps me as well with failure or accepting failure, because I just can calm down myself with my self-care tips and just get a relief of stress and the pressure that I maybe give myself, and maybe it helps you too. What also took me a really long time to learn is to accept help from others. A really long time I wasn't able to accept help from others because I felt shame and embarrassed. But it's not shameful, or you shouldn't be embarrassed, because others help you. If you're willing to accept the help and if they are willing to help you, why not just take it? If you need the help, you need the help. That's it, period. We don't need to talk about it anymore. Just accept the help. And also, if I'm being honest, if there is a person in your life, or more people, that aren't willing to help you at all, if it doesn't help them, then get rid of them. You don't need them. And if somebody doubts you, who cares? Is it their success or is it their failure? If you fail, What does it have to do with them? Nothing. If you can accept your failure, nobody else should interfere with that. And if it's your success, nobody should interfere with that as well. And last but not least, but try to think about all the successful people you know and look them up. They haven't been successful from the very first day. Bill Gates failed his first company. Henry Ford failed his 2 first companies. Albert Einstein was a failure to his dad. He didn't even get into the first school he applied to. And we all know Bill Gates, Henry Ford, and Albert Einstein. They are successful, they were successful, but that doesn't mean that the failures stopped them. Of course, we are not going to be Bill Gates or Albert Einstein or Henry Ford, at least not all of us, but we don't have to be. It just shows you that failure is not limited to a normal person, and failure is nothing that happens once and then everything is over. And if you're taking something away from this video, then it should be that failure should not stop you, and that failure doesn't mean that success isn't possible in the future. And now that I rambled on for quite some time, I hope you like this video. I hope it helps you in some kind of way. And I hope to see you next time. Leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe to this channel. Hit the bell so you get notified whenever I upload a new video. And maybe we can help each other out in the comments as well. I hope to see you next time. Bye!